never give up. It's just going to get better and better and better and better. And then you're going to be like, yo, why was I ever thinking about giving up?
People be talking a lot, I just noticed. They do not walk the talk, they be provoking. Say that they are a boss, I say they joking. I just be growing like it is meiosis. You don't got advantage cause your DNA status. Ballin' out March Madness. Head of my race like I'm POTUS. Since a kid I always knew I was chosen. Know that we smooth like it's lotion. We making waves that are bigger than oceans, We go crazy like psychosis, yeah. Got the drip like it's osmosis, yeah. No advantage from your DNA status. Ballin' out March Madness. Head of my race like I'm POTUS. Since a kid I always knew I was chosen.
Alright, more inspiration, guys.
Don't ever give up. You guys got this, no matter how hard it may get. You got this.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Hustle House 24/7 365 podcast. I am your host, Lamar, Mr. Creamcap, Lambo_CO, and I got my co-host with me,
Cody Stockton, aka variouslayerz.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Beasts. What happened to the beasts?
That's right. I gotta make sure I say that.
And guys, we got a couple other beasts here with us today. Some local entrepreneurs here in our city that have their own businesses. They are doing big things.
Yes, sir.
They are our boys, our best friends, part of our team. But yeah, I'm gonna introduce my boy Bryant. Let him talk about himself there for a bit.
All right. Yo, what is up, guys? My name's Bryant. I'm 22 years young. I own a moving business by Full Send Moving here in Roanoke, Virginia. Yeah, that's a quick little introduction to me.
Yes, sir. And I got my boy Philip here.
What's up, guys? Philip Divers. I am the CEO and climber specialist of Monkey's Tree Service. Born and raised in Roanoke. Pros and cons. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Yes, sir. But yeah, guys, so we brought a couple of our boys on. You know, we talk about investing, business, mindset tips on the podcast. So we wanted to bring some more guests on to, just dive deeper into that. We are all business owners here in our own right. We all recently became business owners within the last couple of years. So like something that I know, starting a business is not the easiest thing to do. And I know everybody wants to do it. People glamorize being a business owner. People romanticize, running their own business, working their own schedule, making their own money, things of that nature. So something that I know has been a challenge, personally for me is just not necessarily time management, but coming up with your own schedule and being disciplined about sticking to your schedule, as well as making sure that, you're keeping business active and running. You got jobs lined up. You're making sure people get paid. You're making sure that you get paid. So there's a lot of things that I feel like we can add to everybody that watches, our audience, as far as, what it takes to run your own business, what it takes to be an entrepreneur out here, as well as just, the pros and cons of it. And, something for me, a pro that I found for myself, like I said, is, we get to all work for ourselves, at our own time. So the con, I guess, of that is it's all up to us at the end of the day. Like, if we want to make sure that our family is taken care of, our bills and our responsibilities are taken care of, it's all on us to make sure that things happen, So, for me personally, I know that if I don't have clients lined up, or if I'm not out here talking to people or networking with people, then, I'm not getting paid. If I don't get paid, then what type of business do I have?
You don't eat tonight.
Yeah, like who's eating? I guess we're going back to ramen.
Eating some plants and insects.
Rice and beans.
I'm not eating plants and insects. But yeah, guys. I mean, I got tons of respect for both of you guys. I've known Philip here for I've known Philip's longer than 10 years. At least 10 years. It's been 10 years since I graduated high school, and I knew you before that. Yeah. So
that's awesome. And you guys are still hanging out, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Phil's my boy.
We started we knew each other at first through beef.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You guys like
that
envied
happened?
each other
What
type
was
thing?
No, it was over. It was over.
High school
Yeah, high school,
bullshit.
yeah.
Probably involved females.
Yeah, definitely involved.
But yeah, I mean, guys, I got tons of respect for both of you. Like Bryant, I've recently met you. Like literally, I think I haven't even known you a year yet. You know, and it's like I met you last summer when we got on the boat. I mean, so
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So you come.
I really remember. Yeah, I met you.
Is that when you met
time.
Philip too?
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
shit. Well, yeah.
I bet that was a great first.
Yeah,
Dude, that was dope.
he was hauling ass on that jet
Yo,
ski.
that shit.
Didn't you almost fall or something? What
I
happened?
did.
No, he
fucking
did.
eat shit.
Oh,
I
man.
ate it really hard. I got it on my YouTube. Got it on my
Damn.
YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, he had
I
the
see that.
GoPro.
We got a
yeah.
clip of that. We might throw that out.
Yeah, throw
somewhere.
that up
Throw
real
that
quick.
We could throw that in a reel. But yeah, shit, we've come a long way since that day on the boat. I mean, we were making money back then, but I know Brian,
I
like,
didn't start my business back then.
I was
Yeah.
just getting started. With
Yeah,
everything.
probably took me a couple months after when we first met, and then I started the business.
yeah. So tell me, tell everybody that's watching, tell us about your business when you started. Like I know what you got going on, but I'm not gonna like speak for you and shit. I know, what is it like? What motivated you to start your business, and then what I don't know, like where you find yourself now, I guess.
Yeah, so I met you through Cody, obviously, and I met Cody at the moving company that we used to work for. And how long did we work there? About 6 months,
Yeah,
something like that. And I don't know, man. I've worked so many different types of jobs, from fast food to paving sidewalks to everything. But something about moving, it was just so satisfying. But at the same time, working for these guys, they didn't care about you. We were underpaid, like this. But yeah, pretty much how I ended up starting my business. There was this one guy who ended up working at the moving company we worked for, and he only worked 3 shifts, and he came up from Florida, and he had his own box truck, which was insane. It was like a 14-foot wide box truck, 1998. Beat up, but like you could still make
Was
it work.
Kemar?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was that guy.
Oh, okay. So he did work for All American then.
Yeah, and
Oh shit.
yeah, Kuzlin told us. Well, he told me that he has a box truck, and I'm like, what? What do you mean? Send me a photo. He sent me a photo, and I was like, it's a done deal. It's a wrap. I started posting on Craigslist immediately. Posting on Facebook, made a Facebook page. Literally within a week, had my first job, and after that, you just gotta promote yourself, because at the end of the day, if you're not working for yourself, like it's 2022, guys. After the COVID hit, there's something like if you're not working for yourself at the end of the day, I don't know what you're doing, to be honest, because you gotta get it for yourself out here. You can't rely on other people to get you that bag, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for $12 an hour, $13 an hour, you're gonna you're gonna be working for the rest of your life, and you're not gonna get anywhere. Like with the inflation nowadays, like back then in the 1960s, you could own a house, you could have 2 dogs, 2 kids, 2 cars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The cost of living was okay, but nowadays, like you have to have your own business to be successful in life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I think it, like when the pandemic happened and quarantine was put in effect, I think it opened up a lot of people's eyes to the fact that at any moment in time, it can all be just like your life can just come to a complete halt.
Yeah,
your finances
we cannot rely on the government.
Yeah, your finances can be stopped. You can be forced not to work. Like, hey, you can't, like, we're not working. Like, there was no one working there for like the first 2 weeks until they came up with the essential worker BS.
There were still some like in our industry.
Yeah,
Like we didn't stop just because it was outside. There was like, no, yeah.
yeah. I mean, and it's just like it opened up like the eyes of a lot of people. I know it definitely did for me. Like all of us, as long as I've known Cody and Philip, I just met you last year, but as long as I've known these guys, I know we've all had that mindset of we wanted to, work for ourselves and do our own thing and make our own money and not, be employed by somebody else. But if everyone that's watching this podcast, if you didn't if that time in our lives didn't tell you right then and there that, you have to do something different, like whether it's having a side hustle, whether it's starting a business, whether it's, getting creative and, coming up with the next bit thing, inventing something, or whether it's technology or whatever, like, you're going to struggle in this world. And the fact is that, we are all individuals. We all have control over our own lives. You can't leave your situation or your lives into the hands of others, a la like the government, because they were sending out money to people to help them get by there for a bit, and there were some pros and cons of that as far as the lasting effect it had on people.
Look at the inflation nowadays.
Yeah, what if we just paid for that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and now we're paying for it. Like, we're paying for it now.
Yeah.
We all of these guys are inside our investing group, and we talked about this while all this stuff was happening.
Before you and me.
Try to talk closer to the mic.
You and
can
me
move it up
predicted that crash 4 months before it happened.
Oh,
at
yeah.
the house in Salem, when we were like, there's going to be some sort of cataclysmic event that triggers some sort of crash. Little did we know it was going to be that, but
Yeah, something that made the world stop.
Yeah, sure.
The whole economy shut down.
crashed.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming.
No, exactly.
A bigger dip than the last Great Depression.
Yeah, seriously. And it wasn't even just like the dip in financial markets. It was just like everything. Like, everybody took L's when that happened. I mean, there's some people that benefited from that. We're not going to get too deep into that today. But, like, the fact is, like, like you said, like you just touched on, like, you knew back then when that happened, like, and you're younger than all of us at the table. Like, you're already
22.
Yeah, you're starting ahead
for that shit.
Yeah, you're
Way
starting
ahead of everybody.
Yeah, ahead of
Oh,
us.
you're so young though. You're 25.
Philip's older than me.
Bro, I'm 28.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
he's
man. Hey, that's
you
a
are young.
compliment. though.
23.
That's a compliment.
No, I'm about to turn 25 this month.
25. Okay, I can't. I don't even know how old you guys are then. Oh my goodness, you guys.
Age just a number at the end of the
It's all
day.
good, bro.
But I mean, are we still? Is that still recording?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're good.
so it was moving all weird. So, but yeah, basically what I was getting at, like, you realized then, like, you had to do something different. You already knew you weren't going to be trying to work for people the rest of your lives, the rest of your life, and you realize, like, I got to go out here and get it myself. And if people haven't realized that yet, I don't know what the hell they're doing, honestly. I mean, and the thing is, it's
They're
not
waiting for the right moment.
Oh yeah, they're waiting for the right moment or the right time or whatever their excuse is. There's really no excuses, but I mean, they keep waiting around and they're going to run out of that. Those opportunities. Opportunities don't come often. There's opportunity out here, but like the way the world is changing right now is it's getting very limited to what people can and cannot do, especially when it comes to making money for yourself. And even when you go about doing it that route, it's still like there's still challenges that like come up and things that they're doing to try to limit us from making money in the first place, like taxing our crypto gains or our profits that we haven't taken profits on yet type of ordeal. So like it's mind blowing to me, honestly, like the times we live in, because people just don't get it. And it's like, what else do you need to see? Like, you think the government's just going to be able to bail you out every time some shit happens? And then how long is that going to last? They don't really give two craps about us. I mean, they did that to keep people from going like insane and from there being total anarchy, because if no one was making money, then you probably would have people, going after the stores and doing whatever the hell. So they did that to keep people in order. But like, as of today, like, if you're not out here trying to make your own way or, make money for yourself, invest money, etc., like Brian just touched on, you're just going to be stuck. You're not going to be able to do the things you want to do in life or have the things that you want to have. So it's Pat, like, kudos to you for like realizing that early, as young as you
I wish I
are.
would've started at 22.
Yeah, I mean,
I have a question though.
yeah, go ahead.
But for you in particular, because a lot of people, even if they hate their job, they'll jump from job to job and they'll get stuck into that security.
Yeah.
So like, what made you want, like, and how long has this been, even before the moving job? What made you have the hunger to want to build your own business? Like, have you always hated like having a boss and someone telling you what to do and stuff like that? So like, exactly what made you want to do that?
Well, to be honest, the reason I ended up starting my own business is because I just dealt with so much shit at that moving company. Like, there were some days I'd rather not even go to work because even the guys that worked there hated their jobs, hated their life, hated their situation, and instead of making the day better, they would just shit on me and be negative, and also like losing money. Like they would mess up my checks. There would be like at least 5 to 10 hours, sometimes even 12 hours one time that they didn't pay me for, and I'm just questioning why.
I experienced that.
Yeah.
At that place
yeah,
as well. Like specifically, like one day we're supposed to get a $50 tip each. And
even
it
with
took
the
me
tips.
it took me 2 weeks to get that tip from them, man, and they already got paid our tip. Like,
yeah, we shouldn't
via
have to
credit card.
ask multiple times for stuff like that. And then I was just brought in I swear, God put me in the right situation at the right moment for me to start my business. Because I've done research online of every type of business out here on YouTube. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to diss anyone, but I feel like most of the youth out here, they're just stuck on social media, not really researching anything to better themselves. They're just watching cat videos or get girls, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But like, you get off work, instead of just getting high or getting drunk or whatever, do some research at least 3 days a week.
Read a book.
Yeah, read a book or listen to a podcast or read an audio book or something like that. Because at the end of the day, it's going to help you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just stuff like that.
It's just investing back into yourself.
Yeah, always got to invest into yourself.
I think they say if you don't take at least like 90 minutes a day to do whatever your craft is, to like perfect it and to work on it, at least that 90 minutes a day, you're not gonna get ahead.
And that shit probably makes you depressed if you're not doing something you want to do.
Exactly. Like if you're just laying around, like at least you can do that one, even if it's just that one thing.
Make it a goal every day.
Yeah.
Like for me in particular though, like as far as building a business thing is concerned, I'm going to ask you the same thing. I want to hear what you got to say about that. Right. But for me, man, I've always hated motherfuckers telling me what to do, man. Like I hate that shit, bro.
100%.
Like, and not only that, a lot of motherfuckers out here who are telling people how to operate and like manage and stuff like that, they don't do it right. And I'm not saying right because there's not a specific way, but like some of these people just suck at it, and then they won't even take the input from other people to be like, just because they're not manager level or whatever, they're just hourly, whatever it may be. And even though the input could be good and they could use it, and that's better. Like if you're a leader, like you should.
And most of the time too, these guys
like
that are at any type of jobs, they're like 40, 50 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking hate their life.
And like they're just doing the same thing. And you see that you can do their job better. Why not just do it yourself? Get a group of guys that are like, hey, I'll pay you $25 an hour to do this. Like, and you know you're gonna make money no matter what.
And you just rely on yourself.
Exactly.
Which is good as well, because if you're actually that hungry to go get it, then you're going to rely on yourself to do it. What about you, though? Like, have you always hated working for people? What got you into, like, hey, I'm going to do this business?
So, like, I originally got started in the industry when I was, like, 17 or something. And it was just for some run-of-the-mill company. Like, I was dragging brush. And that didn't really... Obviously, I didn't really like it because it was fucking backbreaking, and I was 17 at the time. So I hopped around jobs, and then right before the pandemic hit, I think it was like
2020, 2019.
2019 is like, I had some lady that I was doing some yard work for, and my ex-fiance's uncle at the time had just bought a bunch of fucking tree gear, like an old harness and some spikes and shit. I didn't know how to use it, but I was like, well, I can figure it out. And basically I went and I cut this limb off for this chick, and I charged her like fucking $300 just for this one limb. But
then you knew you did it right that first time, and you're like, I can do it again.
So the first time, I'm not gonna lie, like it scared me, but like I was between jobs at the time, and eventually like it came to the point where it was like, fuck, I need to go get a job, and there was a position as an apprentice climber for a local company. And as soon as I saw the job, I was like, well, that seems like it'd be fun. And because I'd been rock climbing since I was pretty young, and
yeah, dude, I've seen your profile picture. You were climbing trees when you're like 7.
Yeah. Literally, when I was like, my mom has a picture of me like up in, I think it was like a basketball goal. I was like 7 years old. I'm like 20 feet up on this fucking basketball goal, just like holding on to it.
And as long as I know you, you've been an adrenaline junkie.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
so.
Huge. Yeah,
he was made for this business.
Oh, completely. But so I started with this company, and I had a really good mentor. He basically was like, he was the type of person that would look at a tree and be like, he probably can't do this, but I'm going to put him in it, and I'm going to see if he can do it, and push my limits. And he was safe about it. You know, he would tell me, if you get up there and you don't want to do it or you're scared, come down. And I remember my first big tree like that. It was like a fucking poplar or something. And I climbed up like 90 feet. And there was this like, I had to climb over a bunch of these limbs and got up to the top. And as soon as I got up to where I was going to tie in, it started like fucking swaying back and forth. And that was the first like real rush of adrenaline that I had in that, where I'm like, if I don't do something, I'm going to fucking die. Like, so
That's no joke.
yeah, like I'm up there and I'm like, okay, I can either get this tree down or come down. And in that particular one, I decided to come down. But throughout my time there, I gained some pretty like base level knowledge as far as like old school climbing. And then I ended up going to another company up in Christiansburg. With both companies, I noticed that, you know, there were things that like could be done better. I mean, I'm not to say they were a bad company, but you know, there were some things that I just kind of looked at like,
That should be obvious. That there should be a standard for that.
Yeah. And it's mainly just that standard for it. Like, not with the first company, and I won't mention the second company, but when I went to work with them, like, first couple things they did, I got CPR certified, first aid certified, and aerial rescue certified, so that we could work around the big ass power lines up at Radford, the soccer fields. Mm-hmm. Like shit that, like, if you get within 10 feet, like, you're
zappy wappy.
You're dead. Like, it'll cook you from the inside out, like that.
Like that toast smell earlier.
Yeah, except worse. Oh, shit. But so, and at that time, you know, I was doing work like that in fucking 100-foot trees for $17 an hour.
Yeah, fuck that.
For 17 fucking.
Your life is worth $17 an hour, sir.
And it was taxed.
Yeah,
that
so
too.
really I was making like 15.
Like, that's the thing. Like, you could die at any moment, and
then,
you got to. I know you realize that.
Yeah, and you know what would happen if I died?
Fuck that.
Oh, everybody would be sad for a little bit, and then they'd replace me.
Yep.
Exactly.
And so I had worked.
So true, dude.
The guy that I started working with, he was my foreman. He's my fucking best friend now, but he was 21 and he was my foreman, so he's a lot younger than me. We hit it off immediately.
Is that T?
Tannic, yeah. Hit it off immediately. It was funny because he was like, he thought that I was like the feds or something because we were like so much alike. He's like, bro, are you watching me or something? It was funny.
Oh, shit.
But we had this one job in particular where we were there, it was up in Meadows of Dan, and we went to this job like every fucking day in the middle of winter, like 15 to 20 degrees and snow and sleet. And in a matter of 3 weeks, we made this company about $40,000. And so we were both like,
you guys were running the operations.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Like that was like the tallest tree that I had ever done was on that job site. There were multiple giant fucking oaks that Tannic had taken down, like just insane shit. And same job, we had to trek in. Like, I've got my gear bag. It's like 80 pounds plus the chainsaw.
That thing's heavy, bro.
Yeah, plus the chainsaws.
It's heavy as fuck.
Helmets and ropes and everything. We had to trek that down into the woods 1.5 miles to this random fucking chimney that they wanted shit cut around. So we did that and trekked back. Yeah, made them $40,000 in a matter of 3 weeks. And we were like,
and you got to pay like $700 out of that.
Yeah. We were like, yo, you know, we got all these certifications. You know, we are busting our fucking dicks. Mm-hmm. Can we both get can we get a raise? I was going to ask. I ended up not asking.
And what'd they say?
Well, when Tannic asked them, they were like, well, we can give you a raise, but we're going to have to take away your insurance.
Oh, my gosh.
That's crazy.
What?
He's on a tree risking his life.
Yeah.
We pay our guys more than that.
So at that point, when I heard that, I was like, I'm out.
That's crazy.
Like, at that moment, I was like, we have to turn in our 2 weeks. He did it before me.
And he's glad, too.
Oh, yeah. And he ended up staying like a week, and I'm like, well, fuck, all right. So I turned mine in like as soon as he left. It was like the day after he left, I turned my 2 weeks in, and they just tried to pull some fucking bullshit, dude. Like, put me in a bucket truck. I don't have a CDL. I'm not gonna drive a fucking 30,000 pound bucket truck, bro. Like, I climb trees. That's what I don't put me behind a big vehicle.
Don't
like that.
not pay me for all these extra tasks.
Yeah, for real. Right before,
And you're not paying me anyway.
Try and bust my ass before I leave, like, just to wear me out. Like, so I ended up staying for like 3 more days and just left. Tanik actually was one of the reasons, because he's like, bro, it's gonna be okay. Like, he's like, why are you stressing? He's like, why are you stressing? You've got this money in the bank. You've got we had at least like 3 weeks lined up, because that was the one thing that I made sure to do before I turned my 2 weeks in. I think I had like 2 or 3 months worth of like
Contracts?
Yeah, no, not contracts, but like bills paid. Like, I had some money in the bank, and then I had like 3 weeks out of scheduled work. Like, every day we were set to make like 13 fucking grand. And he was like, why are you stressing? Just leave. He's like, it'll be okay. And the next morning,
It's always that leap.
yeah, that day,
Burn the boats!
yeah, for real.
That
That
leap of
day I
faith.
came back because, like, at that company, there's a fucking
Ain't going back to
one
England,
of the
bitch.
drivers, one of the bucket truck drivers. This dude would drink like the MD-20, go and get like some fucking bootleggers, like 3 or 4 bootleggers
On the job.
on the job, cutting trees, driving fucking big ass.
And they want to
trucks.
take your insurance away.
And I told him, and then I got fucking, like, of course, oh, you're a fucking snitch. Like, bro, that's my fucking life.
Yeah,
and your
and your
fucking
job.
business.
Yeah.
Like, you want some motherfucker out, like, nothing against fucking drinking. I mean, I enjoy alcoholic beverages, but like, that just didn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
It didn't sit right with me.
Because you see the bullshit within the
And
industry.
they kept him.
And it
They
keeps,
kept him.
yeah, and it keeps like telling you. I feel like it's just God telling
It's
you
like,
can do this yourself.
You can do better. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But so that day I got back because the fucking guy was shit-faced, like 3 o'clock, driving the bucket. And I'm over there like on my phone, like texting my fucking fiance at the time, like, hey, I love you. I might fucking die because this dumb motherfucker is drunk driving a goddamn bucket truck. And when we got back, I texted the boss and I'm like, I'm not going to be coming back tomorrow. I don't like the position that I was put in. Today's going to be my last day. They weren't happy. I was ecstatic. I remember when
the freedom that you got.
I remember driving home that day. I'm pretty sure it was like, I didn't cry, but they were like, you know, when you're just
Tears of joy?
elated, like elated. Like, my eyes were just welling up and I was so happy about it. And I was so proud of myself for being like, fuck you. And then the next day, I remember waking up at like 5 o'clock, doing my whole routine, going to the gym. And by like 10 o'clock, I had like 13 fucking calls, like a bunch of new people on the schedule. Like, we ended up getting booked out like another 2 months.
And this is for your business?
Yeah.
And I was helping him at the time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't start my business yet. Philip actually was one of the guys who like helped me tread water until I like finally went full force into my business.
That's
But-
crazy.
Yeah, but he was jobs every fucking day. Like, he was paying me to come out for 4 hours, like $300.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I remember right before Myrtle Beach last year, you were like, all right, bro, here's 300 for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's my Myrtle Beach.
Wow.
That's also because we
He
were.
pays his guys good.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
for
I pay like my ground guys, even just like running ropes, like I'll pay them like 300 a day.
See, this is a really good guy right here. If you guys ever meet this guy, keep him as your friend.
I help out the people that help out me.
and help out themselves. And want to help out other people.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that is one thing that like I learned about owning a business, and that was the first thing that I told myself, because I'm thinking I'm working for I'm literally
exactly.
risking my life.
You can pay your guys so well,
I pay
and nobody
you know what
wants
I pay
to.
my climbers a day? $600.
It's greed. bro.
$600. Even if it's just
Exactly.
like, even if it's just a little ass, like there's just, I wouldn't say little. It was a medium-sized tree that one of my climbers had at our last
Sorry.
job.
You can move it up and down if you want to.
But there was a little ass, I'd say like 50, 60 feet tall. He was in it for maybe like 3 or 4 hours. It didn't take him too long. I still gave him like $400 for a couple hours, just because it was like, hey, it's a sketchy ass tree. And I'm pretty sure I ended up giving him $600. Just cause.
4 hours.
Yeah.
And I think that's
because
like
you could.
Yeah, just cuts. Well, I still netted like a substantial amount, but like it feels so fucking good.
yeah.
You're paying a
Come-
guy a
coming
whole
back, like,
week's check
yeah.
within a day.
Not only coming back and you're like, wow, I have a wad, but going up to like your best friends and being like,
Is there and handing it to him.
Yeah.
like,
Isn't
Yeah,
that
you
the
earned
best
that.
feeling
you
ever?
earn that. Hey, bud, and I'll tell him every time, I appreciate you, I love you.
Isn't that the best feeling?
It
Just
is-
being able
It
to
honestly is.
pay
It
your
honestly
guys what
is.
they're worth.
I think that's the problem with a lot of these. And I don't want to necessarily pinpoint it on the generation above us, but those are the people that own a lot of these big commercial type of companies.
Yeah.
Is they don't realize without your employees, without your team, you don't have nothing.
And they're all about cutting
especially-
costs.
Yeah.
But they,
You can
they
always
always
hire
think
somebody
they always
new.
think everybody's replaceable.
Yeah. And that's the
But
thing.
we're not. Yeah. And
Yeah.
see,
And they just follow like the minimum wage, what they're supposed to be paid.
It's like Cody was saying,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
greed, and they're worried about their bottom line. But the thing is, you wouldn't even have to worry about replacing people. You have good people, pay them what they're worth.
And you guys are all going to
Exactly.
make way more money.
Yeah, everybody makes money.
Like look at how much
We're
even
all
though I
gonna
paid
eat.
them that much, look at how much they fucking made me. Thank you guys, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because that's
like-
the thing, guys. Always, if you're going to work for another business, at least try and work somewhere. Don't work fast food. Don't work at a retail store. Work somewhere where you're going to have skill. And I'm talking to mainly the guys out here. Work somewhere like drywall, doing flooring, anything where you
Manual.
have that skill and you can keep that skill.
yeah.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
forget about that.
For sure. I mean, it's crazy because and I see this all the time because you guys know I do like consulting, so I talk to a lot of business owners about a lot of different aspects of their business and their operations, and I try to come up with solutions for them. And sometimes I have to tell people like, your problem is you're not taking care of your people. The morale is low. The guys don't want to work for you. They're only there because like they have to be there. And you don't want anybody to feel that way.
No.
You want everybody to, not only enjoy what they're doing, but make enough money to, take care of themselves
They wanna
as
show
well,
up.
where they want to show
Exactly.
up.
They wake
Yeah.
up and they want to be
You
there.
can't be. You see these guys that they're millionaires, and then like the rest of everybody else is struggling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you can't be that guy and expect. And I get it. Like you put yourself in that position and you earn that. Yes, but when you're managing people and you have others doing the work for you, yeah, you built it from the ground up. Like you earned your dues, but you're not going to last long if you can't keep people to keep the business going.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it all comes down to money at the end of the day. The money could solve so many people's problems. Not just like people that are working for a company or in a business. Just overall, money can solve a lot of problems.
Well, and it's a lot of like how long some of these businesses last.
Yeah.
For like example, like if you're focusing on your bottom dollar and paying your people the lowest amount when you're first starting off in business, how are you going to be in 5 years? More than likely, you're not going to have a business.
You're going to stress out going through
You're not
people.
gonna have
Stress
people.
the fuck out. You're not going to have
Spend
anybody
all that money
buy
going
you.
through people.
If you focus that first, what is it, like 5 to 10 years? It's when you really. It's like that's what make or breaks most companies. If you focus that much time, thinking, okay, I'm going to pay my people what they're worth. I'm going to make sure they like to come and make sure they're appreciated, because at the end of the day, if you're a business owner, if you're a CEO or a manager or any type of leadership position, you have to be able to bring positive influence to your people.
Yeah.
Because like you were saying, if the morale is low, people aren't going to want to come to work.
Start calling out, coming up with excuses.
Oh, I'm
That's-
sick.
dude,
oh, my
yeah.
girlfriend's dog just died.
Dude, when I quit All American, I literally had this conversation with the owner, Ben. His name's Ben.
No, dude,
And
you
like-
can't say that.
He can say
Yeah,
that.
you can say whatever the fuck you
Yeah,
want.
it's our
I had
podcast.
a conversation. Like I had a conversation because I came off of.
He ain't going back there.
Fuck them.
I came off of running teams, like teams of salesmen, and like having to deal with morale, keeping them positive, making sure they're getting paid good money and stuff like that, giving them the right training,
When
making
you're doing the traveling sales?
yeah, and keeping their mind right and shit. And I was telling Ben, I was like, dude, you have a high turnover rate, and people want to milk the clock with your customers because they don't want to work, and you're not paying them enough.
Yeah,
they won't,
dude.
they're, and the thing is, those guys were hard workers if they got
But
paid
they
good.
would literally take like 30-minute breaks.
And they would smoke a cigarette for 15 minutes. These people
smoking black and miles out of
these-
customers'
those
house.
employees got mad at Bryant me and Kuzlin something. Kuzlin was the fucking manager, and they got mad at all of us because we were working so fast and just staying. You know how we work when we do moving jobs, like you know how we do it. You know how we do it. You help me on moving jobs, like bro, we're fucking locked in, and we're capable of just going and getting the job done type shit. If we need a break, we'll take a break, but we're not sitting there for fucking 15 minutes milking the clock, smoking a cigarette while the customer's watching us, and they're like, hey, aren't you guys supposed to be moving us? Y'all charging us hourly, right? $100 an hour, and you guys are just sitting here fucking smoking cigarettes.
And that's the thing with big businesses nowadays. If you're not on the job, if you have somebody hiring just everybody to do the job, those guys aren't going to work at their full potential. You know what I'm saying? It's better to hire somebody that's the CEO and is also doing the job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's going to bust their like.
That's why I like to be on as many moving jobs as possible, because I'm the business owner and I want to make sure everything goes great.
Well, I was going to interrupt you. You don't stop. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm
kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's why
let's be real.
That's why we call you T4.
You got to prove yourself, bro. Because at the end of the day, if you're not excelling every single day, what are you doing with your life?
Nothing.
If you're not proving to yourself you can do more. Because this guy, he goes out to the gym every single day.
Every day.
He goes to that sauna after he works out for an hour or two. Like, this guy's about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to just test your mind. Do more every single day.
Yeah, like literally pushing your physical limits.
Like, with that lift the other day.
Dude, like that's one reason that you and me have hit it off so well, because we're a lot alike when we work. Like, you'll go do 10 hours worth of moving and then go do an hour lift because you're like, oh, I'm fucking tired, but I still have to go work out. Like,
and obviously, guys, like from a safety standpoint, like if I'm fucking beat and drained,
you won't go. Yeah,
I don't go. But a lot of people think they're beat and drained, but they're not nowhere near the maximum potential they could have pushed that day. Because a lot of people don't push themselves anyway. So keep going. Sorry.
But to go back to that, it's just about pushing that like mental and physical envelope. Like, obviously, I mean, I've had days like that where, I mean, I'll climb for 6 or 8 hours and be up in a tree. And then at the end of the day, I'm telling my guys like, all right, hey, it's 4 o'clock. I got to leave. I got to go get a lift in. And they're looking at me like,
you're crazy.
You're fucking nuts.
Tanik said that to us.
Yeah. He's like, y'all are crazy. How do you do this and then go lift? And it's like, I know I still got at least an hour or two of like
good energy,
physical energy in me. So I'm going to go use that up, because when you push that, like, not only are you pushing your body, but you're pushing your mental limits.
Exactly.
You're unlocking new parts of your brain.
People don't understand that. If you're not doing the most you can every single day, that's a pattern. And eventually that's going to turn into a bad pattern. And you're just going to be tired every single time you get off work. Because you're telling yourself it's a habit, and you're just feeding the program once again.
Yep. Instead of actually, when you get home, because a lot of the times, and I'm not going to speak for everybody in a lot of jobs, but there's a lot of docile people that are
average Joes.
Yeah, sitting around most of the day
and
walking around.
And they're only like that because they let themselves be like that.
And it's like,
and they've fallen into those habits.
Yeah. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to go.
We're not calling anyone like
no.
shitty or they suck or nothing.
No,
but like
that's the truth, though. I mean,
just seeing like
but people make themselves that way.
Yeah, like the average American male, come home from work, have a drink, eat dinner,
watch TV.
Yeah, and they're not even watching anything
dude,
good.
Bryant and I see this shit all day, every day with customers, because obviously we go into people's houses and we see how they live.
They're stressing all the time too.
Why are these we get good customers, let's be real. But why, Terrell, anyone who's helped me do moving jobs, you guys know, anyone who has ever worked for a moving company or done moving jobs know. Why are some of these customers, when you have a 2-week notice, not ready to go when you get to their house? And they're like, yeah, I just kind of just been slacking, procrastinating. I've had customers tell me, yeah, we just didn't get around to it yet.
Yeah.
You want to help us pack? No. You guys hired me to load your shit and unload it or unload whatever the fuck you hired me for. But that's the thing. Like, don't let you get that slack, because if you get that slack, it's going to leak into every other fucking aspect of your life and your mentality. It becomes a habit. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And that's why you can start a business, but are you mentally ready to take on what that comes with?
The discipline.
The having to deal with customers, communication, the fucking discipline, holding yourself to a proper standard. Yeah, the responsibility.
Scheduling.
scheduling, yeah, like having to constantly fucking be updated with what your business is doing or where you're going to move toward, you know.
And let's be real, it's not for everybody. You know, not everybody can be a business owner and, you know, go on that entrepreneurial type of path. You know,
we
sure
need
they
regular,
can.
No, because we need regular people.
yeah, you need people doing.
We need like, I'm not.
and there's people who are happy doing those jobs you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
used to
there's
be-
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like I used to be one to shit on college because I dropped out twice. But now, I mean,
It's not for everyone.
No, it's not for everyone, and not only that, but we need those sort of people. We need people that are going to go to college, become accountants, doctors.
Self-awareness is the
Yeah.
major thing with that.
Oh yeah, completely.
Like, you know if you're ready for college. You know if you're not ready for college. You know if it's not cut out for you.
Yeah,
But
And-
at the same time,
they-
just because
most
you're
of
not
the
going to
time-
college
yeah.
doesn't mean you can't make a good amount of money.
Right.
And do
Don't
other
ever
things.
limit yourself.
Yeah. I like what I love the responsibility. I love the control.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's so
completely.
fun.
like all you guys were saying, authority was a thing for me. Working for people that I know I could do a better job or I have better. I literally have had managers in the places I've worked where I've shown them a better way, done it myself, and proven that the way works. And just because that they
They're
are the
stuck in their
manager
ways.
and they didn't come up with it themselves,
they didn't wanna do it.
They didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's like.
They always,
This
most
benefits
of these
everybody.
owners have a child mindset, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's,
and
well,
they're
it's
just
ego. It's ego.
living their
Grown
day
children.
Yeah.
Grown
as
children.
easy as they can.
It's ego, and it's like, dude, like, who cares? Who cares if who is coming from? And I think that's what's so great about, you know, our generation and like people that are younger. We're open to ideas, and we can have those open discussions. And I know everybody here in this room, like, I could sit here and tell each one of you guys, like, you know, my opinion or what I think about something, or even criticize.
Yeah.
And everyone here will handle it well and actually take it into consideration, and then go about, you know, whatever they feel like is best to do, like, for themselves. You know, we're able to handle criticism and just
Remain
like listen.
teachable. Yeah.
We're
Exactly.
teachable.
Remaining
We're
teachable.
coachable.
That's the one thing, like what you were putting on, is there are a lot of people that, especially in our generation, and it's the accountability to know, like, you can have this idea of something your whole life, and somebody else explains it to you from a different perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and it changes your perspective completely.
Exactly. And
it's
that's
for the better.
I'll say this real quick. Like, people will bitch at you, get a job. Those, like, that type of mindset would never produce someone to make their own business. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, everyone's always saying, get a job. But no one is preaching start a business. No one is out here trying to change the mindset of people to work for yourselves when it's so easy in reality. It's best to always be around people that you can feed off each other, who are business oriented, who are out here trying to make money. Guys, if you want to start your own business, don't be around people.
The law of
who
association.
are-
Go watch that episode if you haven't.
Yeah, law of
yeah.
attraction, law of correspondence, the laws of the universe, guys. You got to research those things. Be around people who are the same mindset as you.
And that's very, very important, because I know, especially for all of us here, whenever we get together, that's all we talk about.
Oh, yeah.
We talk
Yeah,
about
we only talk
business.
about money.
We talk about money. We talk about future investing, like what we plan on doing. And it helps, it holds all of us accountable in a sense, because, you know, I mean, like, if anything, it strives each of us to do better.
Makes us want to go harder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
like when
If you're
Philip,
around 6 people who's saying, hey, I made this much today, you will want to
Yeah,
make
you're
more
like,
money.
"Damn, I
Yeah,
want
it's
that." Well, if you have a positive mindset, there's going to be the people that are like, "Oh, look at this motherfucker! He thinks he's." But like when you have that mindset, that's like,
That's just
"Oh my!"
ego.
Like this motherfucker, I was like, "Yo, man, I just netted fucking $5,000 in 6 hours," and he's like, "Oh, well." I just got 350K fucking business credit cards. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. Now I want that. Like, I was like, damn, it humbled me, but I was like, I want that.
There's always more
Always.
in this life.
Always.
And people don't get that glimpse in their minds where they can do more each and every single day. It doesn't take much skill to start a business.
No,
it's
it
just
just takes
starting
the-
the right one.
And tenacity, like,
Exactly.
and being persistent, not giving up after like a week or two where
or
you haven't made
17
money.
failures.
Yeah, because
Like,
some days you'll make 400 by fucking noon, and then some days you're grinding your fucking face off.
Yeah.
to
and you're having to
fucking
all
spend
day.
money.
yeah, like all fucking day just to make the same amount. You know what I'm saying? So like some days are going to be harder than others, but for me, I never feel like I'm working. It's like a mission. Every time I go to a moving job, it's a mission. Here's what I got to accomplish. Here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But I enjoy that shit because I train my mind and look at it in a positive way.
Exactly.
But also, I'm doing it for myself, and it makes me want to do it as to the best of my fucking ability.
And let me just say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, me and Cody, we both do moving. Like, we move people out of their houses. But you know how we look at it with our mindset? We're just working out. We're not really working.
Literally.
We're
You're
just
lifting.
We're just lifting.
After going up 3 flights of stairs,
furniture.
Paid to lift.
after 3 flights of stairs for 4
You're
hours,
paying me to pick this box up and put in this. You're going to pay me this much money to pick this box up and put it in the truck? Okay.
dude. Somebody paid me for. I'm not gonna say the number. Someone paid me substantial amounts of money today to help them for fucking 20 minutes, and I'm like, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm lazy." That's what he said. He was like, "Yeah, I hired you because I am lazy." He literally said that to my face.
Yeah, you know how many people in any city that you live in, you know how many people are even moving every single year that don't want to move themselves?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Moving is a lot.
People don't like to move themselves.
I don't.
They always hire
I
somebody
hate that
else.
shit.
I moved
I hate
every
it.
year for my life until I was literally 18. Like, dead ass.
It's not fun.
Well, yeah, no, just about every. And I was the only.
And you're still continuing
I
doing it
had
by
a little
yourself.
brother, but he wasn't like at the age to help me. I was the man moving all this shit. So like I didn't like it particularly. Now when you put money in front of me and you're telling me someone's going to pay, $100 an hour to, move their stuff, then yeah. I mean,
Let's
and
do
then
it.
that's the thing. There's people out here
Let's do
with
it.
money, and that's the thing though. I mean, there's people out here that will pay you to do a lot of different.
And people don't understand that.
Someone
People
paid me to
don't.
put a toilet seat on their fucking
Bro,
toilet.
you wanna
People
know-
don't know. Like, people are paying money out here to do anything.
Like money,
anything.
guys. Like
All right,
big
so,
money.
For example, one of the first businesses with JK, Kel,
Yeah.
I got paid like $30 to $40 to go scoop shit out of people's yards.
Mhm.
They would take
I
me
remember that.
10 minutes. We called it pooper.
Mm-hmm.
Just because people didn't want to go pick up their dog shit.
People don't even pick up their own shit.
People, so, like, fresh lint.
Mhm.
We would, because people didn't want to do their laundry. Like, for example, there was this lady, she had I remember it was 94 fucking pounds of laundry. It was I think
What?
I packed 24 of these.
That's a lot.
Oh yeah. Well, not really. It was like family. I mean, I'm sure there was some.
He wasn't paying attention. He was putting it in the bag.
Yeah, I was just putting it in the bag because I'm about to get paid.
Oh,
No, nothing like that.
I've had that, dude.
We had a custom.
Now we've been in some houses where it's like, oh, bro,
Oh yeah.
let's
But
do
yeah,
this. Let's do this
Is
quick.
it the cat's litter box or yours, motherfucker?
right. But yeah, we would go and
I've done some dirty jobs.
literally
Let me
pick
not
up
talk about that.
pick up people's dirty laundry, take it to the cleaner, have the cleaner clean and fold it, go pick it up from the cleaner and drop it off to their house, and we charge them $1 a pound.
Mm.
Fuck, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I had to do was pick it up, and drop it off at the cleaner.
I'd be
take
fucked
it
if
back.
I used y'all because my shit's soaked in sweat from the sauna.
We
One
did
shirt that should be 1 pound.
He would do it by the clean laundry at the end.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope for
Yeah.
sure.
There's tons of things that people are out here doing.
People,
I know
you can do anything to make money.
I know people online that have their own TV mountain business. They go
Oh, yeah.
around and mount TVs for
They
people.
make money.
What's the craziest that y'all have done to make money? Like the craziest thing you've done to make it don't even got to be. It could be $10. It can be fucking $500,
I
$1,000.
can't disclose that information.
Well, fine.
That's something you can. Nothing freaky. Nothing freaky, but entrepreneur wise.
That's a good question.
I mean, I'll just say this. I remember last December when it snowed, I posted on Craigslist, and I swear to, well, I won't say it.
When I was with you.
Yeah. So I made within 3 days, all cash, just not even trying. I paid $5 for one post on Craigslist, and it was a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Booked all Sunday, booked all Monday. Did 2 jobs on Tuesday.
Shoveling?
I made shoveling snow. I made $450.
Yep.
In 3 days. I mean, it hurts your back a little bit, but if you guys want this money, make a post on Craigslist. It's not hard to make money.
It don't even matter what your services are. As long as you ain't doing some illegal shit, you might get the cops hitting you up. But like, do some shit like for a niche that you're good at or you think you can provide to somebody.
Or you're physically able.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
and if you're
learn that
physically
skill.
able, guys, labor pays so much fucking money because remember last podcast, 73% of America is obese or overweight.
Yeah, don't
but
forget, people are lazy.
people are lazy. So there's work out here. And not to mention, people don't want to work, which I talked about this last podcast. People don't want to fucking work, so you can scoop up the opportunity of the people who don't want to work. And that's why it was so easy for us over COVID. Like COVID, it was good for me. I started making more money.
Dude, it was everybody was moving during COVID.
I was looking for opportunity throughout that whole shit.
How everyone was selling their houses.
Everybody was
everyone
inside.
Staying
moving.
home. Shut the fuck up.
You know how many people
I'm
moved to
not.
Florida? How many people moved to Florida and like everybody was moving during the quarantine? I don't know why, but moving business was booming.
Yeah, same with trees. Same
Like-
with the tree business.
This isn't something that like is I don't know if you can really start a business out of this, but the craziest thing I've been paid for, all right, I'll say what I got paid. I can't remember exactly what I made off of it. I had someone pay me $4,000 to drive their pit bull from here, Roanoke, Virginia, to San Diego, California. The $4,000 was meant to cover my rental and my gas and my food. I rented a Toyota Prius.
Smart man.
And so I don't know how much gas I spent. I spent some money when I was out there in California. I didn't have to. I stayed with him for a week. This was literally during Christmas Eve, and New Year's.
No
So
more
I
than
had
700 in gas.
bro. I'm pretty sure. I want to say if I had to really think about it, I probably made like $3,000. I came back from California with $3,000. So like. I mean, and the reason the guy paid me is because at that time, I don't know how it is nowadays. Like pit bulls have become more of like an accepted, like pet to have. It used to be
I
like
love a pit bull. I want a pit bull.
yeah, I love pit bulls too. But it was going to cost him almost $10,000 to fly his pit bull to San Diego, California, because you had to get a special cage, you got to get a special permit. There's all these extra fees. You put him on a plane, and also like
That's insane.
He didn't even really want to do that. He wanted to put his dog on a plane.
Yeah.
He was like, I trust you. She's a sweetheart. Gosh, I forgot his dog's name, but she was a good dog. Like it was a great trip. I drove 36 hours straight. I was chain smoking cigarettes, and I had some other supplements helping me out on that trip.
You stopped a couple times at the rest
I
stops.
stopped.
Let the dog piss.
Oh yeah, I stopped and let the dog pee, and I got food every now and then. The drive back kind of sucked because I literally was driving through snow in a Prius, like through Tennessee. But that's like, but the thing, what we're trying to get at is there's people out here that will pay good money to do things, whether it's involving something like close to them, or like family or a pet, or even just a tedious task that they don't want to do, like hauling. Like you do some of that, don't you? Like haul like trash and
junk
stuff.
Removal.
Like people can literally go and do that themselves.
I'm glad you
But they
mentioned
won't
that,
do
'cause
it.
Now I know what my thing was.
What?
When we cleaned out that sight unseen property
Oh, I remember you telling me about that.
and with Trey,
Mm-hmm.
we fucking oh my god, dude. All right, hold up.
Oh, I was there.
Oh yeah, that with the
Yeah.
meth. Were you there with the meth?
The needles and shit?
Yeah.
Whoa. Man, those
I
guys.
picked up, dude. I had to do a homeless job the other day in the woods.
Who paid you?
This property manager for this
He was
bank.
like, get them out of my property or some shit?
No, well, no homeless people were there, but all their stuff was there.
On the property?
I picked up everything. There was a bucket of poop that I refused to touch.
Dude.
But
Yeah,
You didn't add any to
was-
it?
oh
No, I'm just-
I'll grab this, but I'm gonna need that.
I didn't know at first. I charged them $50 extra. I mean, I was there for an hour, made
because of the poop.
$250.
Simply because of the poop.
Yeah, boy, it was a homeless guy, and I didn't know that at first. And then I was like,
He
"No, I need
just told you you're
$50
going to
more."
clean. He needs this stuff removed from this area.
Yeah,
That's
he
all
sent
you
like
knew.
2 photos, and then there was like he should have sent like 5-6 photos. There was a bunch of stuff he didn't label, but that was probably one of the worst jobs.
But it's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yo,
But,
I was there for an hour, made $230 profit.
all right, so the craziest job time for me as far as entrepreneur, making money, whatever's concerned. So my last 3 weeks of doing sales, so we had a quota. And this was after selling for 3 months straight. So people were starting to get burned out. I was about to go to LA for a few months and shit like that. This is literally right before I went to LA and I met Steve and all those guys, Steve Will Do it and all those people. And
Shout out Steve will do it.
shout out Steve Will Do it. By the way, his company is Full Send Moving. he is not representing Full Send Moving on his stuff, so there's no copyright. Just got to throw that out there. We're just representing Nelk Boys and Full Send because shout out
giving
all
all
them.
the love back
Steve
to
will
them.
do it. Celine,
I'm trying to blow
Kyle,
their company up. I'm not trying to blow mine up. Nah, I'm trying to blow up Nelk Boys. You know what I'm saying?
the Nelk Boys. But anyway, they were like, "Hey Cody, so you need to hit this quota of sales before in order to get a bonus of $5,000." And let's be real, guys. Like the quota was less than what I was selling monthly anyway. But people were burning out, so they did it right at the exact time to see who was gonna push their hardest. So they're like, "All right, Cody, so we know you could probably hit this quota." So as soon as I got halfway through the quota, they upped it to see if I would keep going. You know what I'm saying for the quota. And they upped it like 10 sales. And I just grinded my fucking ass off, dude. So I got paid for all those sales. This one I sent you the screenshot when I was out there. The only time I've ever seen you a screenshot of like how much fucking money it was because it was insane. I got paid $8K for the sales. That shit slapped my bank account, and then the bonus of $5K slapped my bank account literally in 24 hours all at the same time.
I bet that felt good.
Oh, dude, it was insane.
God.
And that shit just fucking, I looked in there and that was the most I've done. And that was one of the most struggles. That was right before I stopped doing sales because I was going through it mentally. Like, I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. Like, the teams were changing up, the company was changing up and shit. But it was like a test to see who was really going to fucking grind for this before everyone went on break.
Yeah.
And literally, I was the only motherfucker to hit that specific quota. And then we had like 2 other sales guys out of like 10 who hit the other quotas. And
And
it
I was
just goes, and all the other guys sold the quota like all the time before this quota was brought up, but now it was pressure. They pressured everybody. And they were like, let's see who can do it because you guys about to go on break. You're burning out. Your mental's not here as much. Let's see who can do this shit. So that was like one of the craziest for me because it taught me to push myself because obviously the sales thing taught me like a lot about business.
Yeah, that's
and,
one
like,
of the best skills to ever have. Get you a little sales job, work at DirecTV
and
or
if you guys want
anything like that.
Yo, if y'all want to make some money, go learn sales.
Yeah.
For real,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can sell shit online.
100%.
Go
Guys,
door to door and actually talk to people. Learn how people operate. Learn how you can sell anything to somebody. That's one of the best skills
So not
anybody
only
can
that-
ever have.
Not only that, there's a lot of motherfuckers, because we talk about this with the moving shit, who have too much shit and they just throw it away. Guys, I made $1,200 on Facebook Marketplace in 5 fucking days. You guys can sell some of the junk you don't need.
Oh, yeah, I
A
got
lot of
selling
y'all have
shit.
junk you don't
You
need.
remember?
that.
Look, so I'll tell you 2 things that I've sold. I got a free washer and dryer. It was only like 3 years old. I sold that for like $650.
Yeah.
It took me a week to sell it, like, but I was just chilling.
This
And
dude
then-
slings couches
and
weekly.
then you remember? Yeah, I flip couches, so I'll find couches. I'll get notifications as soon as a free couch gets posted, and I'll go pick it up with my buddy. I have a carpet cleaner I paid $150 for, and I'll spend probably 2 hours to clean it. I'll post that within a
least
few
$300.
days.
Yeah.
No, I'll make probably $150 at least.
But I'm saying like you're putting the prices at least $300 on the free couch.
No, I'll post it for $150 if I got
Oh,
it for
really?
free. Yeah, a quick $150 over 2 hours of work. Like that's no problem. And then
I've seen some of your couches, but I'm like, how the fuck you selling them this much?
dude, that's what I'm saying.
I remember this fucking
You-
like Subaru. There was some Subaru that I bought for like $300. It was like a Subaru Forester. All it needed was like a thermostat. That was like $40.
I remember that was
Yeah,
I went
side
with you to get
hustles,
it.
man. So much man.
Like
so
I
much
had to
wasted
drive it
money.
from Vinton, stop it like 6 fucking times because it kept overheating on the way to Salem. Got the thermostat, filled up the radiator, and flipped that bitch that day for like $900.
If y'all can't tell by now, like there are some hustlers sitting at this table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like anything at it. Like, bro, I sell fucking wood.
Yeah.
The trees that I cut down.
Guys, go to
Make
5
a
and
custom
below.
bench, custom
guys,
dining
Custom bench,
table.
something like that.
Guys, you can have this phone scanner on your phone. It's a specific app. I forgot the name of it because I haven't done this specific thing in a while.
Drop shipping.
But you can literally go to 5 and Below or Walmart and shit and price match on how much it's selling
Oh,
for
yeah.
on eBay and shit like that.
Go on-
and then
go
there's
on
5
it.
products that are being sold very consistently and have high reviews that your profit margin is fucking good. Like, hey, you buy something for $2 and you sell it for fucking 10 or whatever it may be. Fucking, guys can do that to go make some extra
Or
money.
even going to Goodwill and finding free stuff,
Yeah.
finding dressers,
I've done
sand
that.
them down, repaint them, stuff
And
like
that goes back to people are lazy. So what are people doing to make money? They're buying stuff cheap
And
putting
selling
it
it
online
for a little bit
so
more.
other people that
Dude.
are just online shopping don't want to leave their house to go buy
People
stuff.
love Facebook Marketplace.
And- yeah. And
People
that's
don't know
something
how
that's
They're addicted to looking up
People
shit
don't
to buy
understand-
that they can't afford,
buying
but they'll still
worthless
buy
shit.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
Like-
Like people will like instead of going to Ashley Home Furniture and buying a couch for fucking $1,000, they will go on Facebook Marketplace 80% of the time and buy a couch. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with me with flipping couches, yeah, I'll find free couches and I'll post them on Marketplace. If you look, and this goes for any city, you go on Facebook Marketplace and look up couch. I guarantee you at least 70% of anybody who's selling a couch are not delivering. They're doing pickup only. So if you can find a free, or not a free truck, a cheap truck, buy that.
Shit, you can fucking U-Haul.
You can rent a U-Haul truck for $19 with a flatbed. Or not a flatbed, but a bed.
You can get a pickup. You can get a 10-footer, 15.
Yeah, but always know if you have a truck, you can always make a buck.
Yeah.
Don't forget
And
100%.
they don't charge mileage at U-Haul if you go rent one of those fucking little trailers for $15 for a fucking 5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
So if you need to go pick up a couch or two real quick, hey, you can do that in an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it takes you. You just paid $15 for a free couch that you thought was worth the investment to go pick up and spend $15 for that you're going to flip and make more money on.
Dude, you know what I just did today when I was doing that job with you? There's a free piano. Like, guys, you'll see free pianos on Facebook Marketplace all the time.
Everywhere. Craigslist.
Yeah.
Bro. And they're like,
and they're
like
free
$2,000 fucking pianos.
And they're free because no one wants
No
to
one
pick
buys
them up.
them.
They don't want to move them.
And you know what I did today? I literally saw a nice piano for free. I was like, let me try this. I know it's going to work. Took that photo, posted it on Facebook Marketplace for $200, and I said, piano will deliver.
Dude.
Because nobody will deliver a piano.
Not so close. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
so
kinda
literally he's pretty much doing drop shipping, except he has to kind of go pick it up and shit.
Yeah.
Because he don't have the product. He's offering the service to bring the product to you.
You saw the free piano
and I posted immediately
before you even went and bought it.
He reposted. Yes.
Yeah. Not before you bought it, but before you even went and grabbed it.
Yeah, so I'm literally about to go pick up this piano on Monday for free. I'm going to pay a guy to help me because it's heavy, but I'm going to put on a 4-wheel dolly so we don't have to push it. I was like, is there any stairs? No stairs. I posted it within 10 minutes. I swear to God, somebody messaged me saying that they want it.
How much is your delivery fee?
I'm going to sell it for $200.
Yeah,
You're selling
and
the piano
I'll deliver
or
it.
the delivery fee?
What do you mean? Say it again?
Because some people won't buy pianos, so like you can still capitalize just off a delivery. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
too?
well, pianos are free on Facebook,
Yeah, exactly.
so I'm just going to be the one free piano will deliver $200.
So
Yeah,
you're
included,
charging
you know
them
what
for
I'm
the
saying?
piano,
It's
essentially.
so you're just charging
I'm
for the
saying
delivery.
capital letters
It's
will
included.
deliver.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
exactly,
people are
exactly.
seeing that.
Capital letters, guys, like for real.
And that's smart. Like, that actually is a testament to the creativity in you guys, because you're not just doing the moving jobs. You're finding other ways to profit within
I'm
your
finding
business.
the
You're
money.
scaling.
Where's the money? I want the money right now.
You're finding multiple ways to produce income from one job.
And this
you know?
isn't cocky at all. This is
He knows.
next level thinking.
Yeah, because
And he knows what he's about.
Yeah, and you know what you want, and you know what you're gonna make. That's
Yeah.
one thing that's helped is like I'm sure you have your daily quota. I'm sure everybody at this table at least has some sort of number in their head.
I try to make. If you make $300 a day, was $285. I think that's $100K a year every single day, 365, 24/7.
Let's go.
If you can make $300 a day,
let's go
that's
around the table.
$100K a year.
What's your daily number?
For me personally, I got to make at least like $250 to $400, but my weekly goal is at least $2 to $3K.
Okay.
And now that's easy.
Oh yeah.
Like just on the weekends, I'm making about $2,000. Literally because when summer picks up, spring picks up, like Lamar knows, like I did 3 jobs by fucking noon this morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and over fucking summer and shit, like I'll knock out 7,
like
be fucking
yeah,
going from
7
6
fucking
to 6
jobs.
p.m. or whatever. But yeah, my goal is just to make over 6 figures a year. But that's just my personal goal for now, building the business. But also a lot of the money that I use with the business, I'm building other things, like the podcast, Key of the
And
Day.
everyone that's
shit like that.
watching needs to strive to make at least 6 figures because that's financial freedom right there. You're not stressing about your bills. You can have that decent,
Especially if
nice
you're
car.
single.
Oh yeah. If you're
Yeah.
a single male,
If you're
Or
single,
single
have
woman,
no
or
kids.
single woman, there should be no excuse that you're not using your time. Your
Yeah.
free time.
Effectively.
If you're young, if you're under 25 years old and you're working for somebody else, it doesn't take much skill to start up your own business.
And do it on the side.
This is
you
the,
don't even have to quit your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Do it
just
on the
say
side.
this. This is the level of skill for every type of business, but some of them are going to be saturated towards the bottom. Lawn cutting takes no skill, but it's super saturated. Everyone will start a grass cutting business first. Probably moving is the next level. Takes a little bit of skill, but I'm telling you, at least $3,000 to 10,000 people will move every single year. So if you can at least tap into 10% of that
Set
market,
a number goal.
you're going to make at least 6 figures.
X
just
amount
from
of
that.
jobs, X amount of how much you need to make on
And
jobs.
it's important
Yes.
to set goals overall.
But if you look at the market and how many people are moving each and every year, you can at least tap into this market if you market yourself right.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to make yourself at least this much every single year.
And you can also
You just got to
look
think
into-
outside the box.
Well, you can also look into like with your customers. I'm sure if you do like ads, you can look into like how much these people are. Like you can put your ads specifically in front of people that are the
moving.
top 5 or that are moving,
that are looking to purchase houses.
Yeah.
You can
Or-
actually
yeah.
Exactly. And if you start working for one of these tree cutting businesses or one of these moving businesses, you will see these quote forms. You'll see how much they are charging these customers. And it's fucking
it's
it's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
That's what made me want to really start because I'm
It
seeing
ain't
like,
ridiculous. That's how much is. That's
it's
how much it
worth-
costs.
it's worth that. Yes.
But not only that,
But you got to
You're
understand.
paying for the quality of service that you're getting, especially in this table.
But not only that, guys,
At this
like
table, I mean.
if you have a good group of friends or people who are trying to hustle, whatever it may be, y'all really don't think I'm not slinging these people's cards to my customers if they need something?
Everybody.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you wanna move?
You want a
Here,
card?
go on.
You know
You
how
get a
many,
card.
You know how many jobs that they've given me or jobs I've given them? Like fucking packing jobs. I don't do packing. Go to him if y'all want packing.
Yeah, if you need
I
packing.
am all physical shit. I
He
don't want
does
to touch your
packing
shit
and
except to
removal.
load or unload.
what is it?
Junk removal.
No, not even that. But you'll disassembly and assemble too. Don't
Oh,
you?
yeah. I'll bring tools.
Cody
outside.
don't like doing that.
I sling Chris's cards, my brother. I sling Phillips.
Oh, yeah. So
I need
his-
some cards from you, but I tell people about his services.
But
like,
let's tell the people real quick about our group that's around us. So I have my own moving business, obviously. He has his own moving business. His brother does full bathroom remodels, does hardwood
Interior
floors.
remodels.
Interior
drywall,
remodels.
Full
framing.
interior
Yeah.
remodels.
any type of interior.
He does
contracting.
investing. He does tree service.
And
Who
real-
else has
and
their own
real
business
estate.
around us?
Blake has a moving company and
Blake,
also
yep.
started an internet and fucking
Security.
TVs. Oh yeah, internet and security company. So best believe you know what Blake said to me? He was like, "Hey guys, we go to customers' houses, see if they want internet, and I'll pay you $140 minimum.
Exactly.
A
Yeah.
fucking deal.
A referral fee. Yeah.
They like, come on, guys.
I literally there was a company. It was some landscape company that I hit up on Nextdoor because it's one of the main places that I post. I hit them up and was like, "Hey, I'm a local tree company. If you have any work that you guys can't do, send it to me and I'll give you a referral fee. If you
Yeah.
want to work with me too,
Go
I'll
to
give
other
you,
people.
That's what I do with all of my U-Hauls.
Yeah, like I just
all
gave
the
this-
U-Haul facilities I do that shit with.
Like this lady is getting, the job that's already on schedule, she's going to get like $100. So I gave her 5% of $2,000. If we get this other job, she's going to be getting like 150. Literally just because she gave me the customer's
Referrals is one of the best things.
Didn't have to do anything.
There's so many ways to get jobs, but even just referrals, like, hey, I will give you $100
I'll pay
if
you.
you
I'll
find me
pay
a
you.
job.
Can I say something as well? All right, guys. So this is how easy it is to get jobs if you put yourself out there. I put a Snapchat up for everyone who follows me on Snapchat. Go follow me, various_layers. But I put a fucking video up. So I went to Kroger to buy groceries. I took out my business card. I was talking to the cash register lady. I was like, hey, I own a moving company. I had my fucking hoodie, value providers on and everything. I was like, I own a moving company. I'm going to leave my business card here. I didn't give her no option to say no. I said, I'm going to leave my business card here. A lot of people need moving, especially at this time of the year. So it'd be nice if, pass this around for me. I wasn't even home yet. I just paid and got in my car. And a motherfucker called me and booked my services for the next day. And that was last week, guys.
You
Come
can
on.
literally throw your business cards on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
You can
Like,
literally frisbee them into the fucking ether. And somebody will find it somewhere.
Put them in
Flick
like,
it
I'll
out
put them
there.
like random fucking places sometimes, dude. Just like walking into some high traffic building and you slide it into the door.
And that's free marketing right there.
Yeah.
Like, you invested into
You got to
the
look out
business
for
cards,
like, you
but
can't
$36.
Yeah. But like, it's important, like, obviously, and all you guys were promoting this as far as investing into yourself and back into your business so you can grow your business. So
Make
you can get more
t-shirts,
jobs, so
make
you can get
hats,
more
yard
contracts.
signs,
Yeah.
business cards.
Oh, we just lost camera two. Too hot.
All right, no worries.
Let's switch
That's all right.
one
We'll
of
have
those.
these two. We still got these two. But so what are your daily, weekly, monthly, yearly goals as far as your business goes?
I mean, I'm just at the point where I just want to make money. Like, I wake up, and if I'm not busy, I want to make money. I'm
You
scouting.
want to be productive.
Yeah, so I'm scouting
Income productive.
Yeah, so I'm scouting Facebook Marketplace. I have this other app, Freebie Alerts, so I'll get literally notifications as soon as the first thing pops up that's free.
I'm going to make sure they all working.
But yeah, just
I just had a customer
try
hit
and
me up, so I got
at least try to make money every day. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to just do one little business. There's multiple businesses that you can promote. It only takes $5 to post on a Craigslist. Under the services section, you can post anything. Guys, just go work for somebody that you can acquire skill. Drywall, flooring, full bathroom remodels, anything like that. Work over there for at least a year, 2 years.
Especially anything that involves property or construction or like interior remodeling, things of that nature.
Yeah, even
like you said, sales. I mean,
even
there's
if you're-
always going
yeah.
to be a need for those type of skills out there in this world. Like that's forever.
I'll say this real quick. Always think of outside the box on how to get clients. Because if, like, per se, you're doing junk removal, go talk to realtors. If you're doing moving, go talk to a realtor. Try and get clients from other people, because a realtor can give you a lot of clients. If you give them like 10%, 15, 20% referral commission, they will give you clients no matter what.
To piggyback off that, I have a network of, I literally know not every realtor here in Roanoke, Salem, and surrounding area, but the guys that are doing big business, doing a lot of deals.
Yep, like
they constantly. And I've talked to. I met with the guy down in Billy's one weekend. And it came up in the conversation. I didn't even think about it, and then I started talking to other realtors too. But like, my company offers credit repair. If people don't have the proper credit, they can't buy a house, right? So these guys, this guy in particular, he told me, he's like, bro, there's a lot of times people come to me and they're trying to buy a house, but they just don't have things set up. Like, they can't get a mortgage because their credit sucks, yada yada yada. And I was just thinking, like, oh crap, well, dude, actually, what I'll do is, send them to me. I'll get them where they need to be in like 3 or 4 months. I'll send them right back to you. So you can close the deal. It'll help them get that house. And if anything, they're willing to come back to you because you pointed them in the right direction, or you gave them a game plan of what they need to do to get approved for a mortgage so that they can buy a house. Like, I'm not paying anybody. I don't have any. Like, I'm not paying anybody any commission or referral off of it. But it's some people they won't even.
Job.
Yeah, they won't even care if they're selling they're selling something. If they can, if someone else out there can help that client, or help them close a deal or close a sale, they won't even care about referrals sometimes. They just, all right, yeah, you set this person up, get them where they need to be, and then they'll come back right back to me, and I'm going to close them on a house. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or like with a loan. Like, I know right now, because of the services that you're offering that I'm aware of, we're the only tree company that's offering payment plans.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they're offering payment plans, but I doubt that they're going to be able to, like, yeah, we can get you a loan. We can get you approved for a credit line to get your tree done. Like,
yeah, me and Philip had that set up like
6 months ago, dude.
Yeah, we have something set up where if he has clients that can't pay full price up front for his service.
Yeah, like, let's say it's like a $10,000 tree or something.
We can. I finance.
That's a lot of money.
I financed the deal for him, so he gets paid, and then we handle all the. So he, in a sense, like, no one knows it's set up through his business, but like it's like a payment plan, 4 months, $2,500. There's some interest in there.
Get
whatever.
paid like what was it? You get paid like $5 because they get approved, and then I get paid like $5,000 up front.
Oh, we charge interest.
Yeah.
We get our money. Yeah. But so, like, so talk to other people, in business and build a network, because there are so many people out there that you can. Your
network is your net worth.
Yeah. And there's so many people that you can work with, and it helps everybody, meet their goals, and it helps everybody in business, and that does nothing but it improves, your value to the market as well, because now
your relationships with those people.
Oh yeah, because now you're not only dealing with clients, you're dealing with other people, other business owners. Like, I have another guy. He sets up. I can set up companies and businesses for people, but it takes me a long time to do it, and I particularly don't like doing it. So I set up 3 businesses, a couple months ago, and I found this guy. He did it for me in 72 hours. He did a business a day, and the quickest I ever seen anyone do that. So I've been sending people to him, like, that come to me, like, they're trying to get money, and I'm like, well, you need to set up a business. Oh, can you help me set up a business? I can, but honestly, I have a guy that can do it for you faster. And he said he did this for me, like, quick. He was on it. So I've been sending him clients, and he told me, like, dude, if you need next LLC you need set up, just let me know. I'll do it for free. And I paid him $1,200 to set up 3 LLCs. So I'm already saving myself, like, and I just told him, I was like, dude, you provided a great service for me. I'm gonna send you people because I have people that need this too. And I didn't even ask for anything in return. I sent him people. He was like, dude, the next one you need, I got you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you out.
Yeah, exactly. So get out here and network with other business owners as well.
Offer your service. Always offer your service first.
Yes.
Because it's that whole thing with influence where if you give a product or a service to somebody, they're entitled.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not entitled to give you something in return. Like,
Never have expectations.
yeah, don't expect that. But if you want something from somebody, the best thing that you can do is offer your service first.
If you're gonna ask anything, like Gary Vee says, it's his what is it? The jab right hook.
Jab hook.
Yeah, it's like value, ask with the hook. So jab, value, provide value. Jab, provide value. Right hand, left hand hook. Ask. That's your ask right there. So always provide value first.
And kind of change the topic real quick, but I'll just say this, guys. YouTube is a free tool. If you guys want to learn anything about starting whatever type of business you want, just go on YouTube and watch 40 hours. Spend a whole week learning about that trade.
Make it a habit,
Bro, that's how I learned how to climb trees. I'm not
Seriously.
even. I'm not
Like,
even.
seriously.
Like, I guess I'll say it because I know you were touching on that earlier. Like, the first time I put on a set of spikes was 2 years ago. And in a matter of 2 years, because I wanted to hit that, and I don't even think I'm close to my 10,000 hour mark. But like, I would go on fucking YouTube the first year, and my girlfriend at the time fucking hated this because I spent so much time literally watching YouTube, learning knots, different knots to tie, how to
It's the
rig.
pattern.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's going to become second
And it
nature.
did.
And also with you guys, everybody watching, I'm gonna throw up what they do, like videos. Send me some clips. Send me some of your most badass
yeah, I
clips, so
got
you
you.
guys can see these guys are the real deal. Send me some of your best videos you got with moving or whatever. Him and I also have some YouTube videos out on my channel. Value when I helped you do a job when I had to drive your car, and that was like an hour and 30 minutes away or some shit like that. But we should start wrapping up just for time and also.
Yeah, here I got a final question, for you guys, and we can all maybe touch on this. So, what is the best part about working for yourself that you guys would say?
The freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not having somebody, you got to be here at this time. You have to do this. You have to be here.
And
you know what I'm
I
saying?
think to add in with the freedom is discipline.
That's good. That's fine.
But the discipline that, like, once you're not really free until you develop that discipline to be like, all right, I can do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And because I did this much, like with what I was touching on earlier,
It builds confidence.
I got to take 2 months off to
Yeah.
focus on my mental because I was disciplined for so long, because I had enough saved up that I'm like, I can take this time off. Like, I'm
Exactly.
good. I fucking earned it.
Yeah.
I know a guy who
earned
works like 5 to 6 months out of the year, makes 300, 400K.
It doesn't do
I know
shit
people.
for me.
Yeah,
For
I
the
just
rest
talked
of
to a
the
guy on the
year,
phone
Go
last
down to
week doing
Florida
that.
and
Chilling.
chill.
This guy
Chilling.
lays he works on
He's got
pipelines
investments
and
and
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, I worked 6 months out of the year, made like 250K, and then I relaxed the last 6. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it
That's
builds
what
confidence. Do you now want to be the type of person where it's like, yeah, I'm making this much
I
a
do
year.
this.
I do this. We do this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Everybody
Like-
in my circle is fucking hustle. Like, I love being able to say that.
Yeah.
All my friends.
Yeah,
around
I
me,
made this much today. You know what
I
I'm saying?
made this much today, but my boy made this much, and like
Anybody I talk
like-
about in our
Yeah,
group,
that's
there's
the
something
most respectable
businessy to
thing.
say and positive.
Oh, yeah.
Business owners are one of the most respectable people you will ever meet. Like, you want to be a business owner at the end of the day. You don't want to work for somebody else.
It brings you respect.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. You will bring
Like-
so many types of people into your life.
Oh, yeah.
Networking.
Like, I know for everybody at this table. I mean, I've known you for the longest, but I've known you guys for a while. Like, when Cody started his own company, like, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, shit, I'm gonna lose a ground guy, but like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, you just
Yeah.
started
Get it.
you just started your own company. Like, go get that shit.
Yeah.
And dude,
Like-
within 3 months of starting my company, I did a job for the Colts NFL head coach Frank Reach,
Yeah, bro.
and that's a connection. I did
Yeah,
two,
you
I
will
did-
meet people.
I did 2 jobs for them, and I still have the
That's a
number and
huge
everything.
connection.
That's what I'm saying. So like, you never know who you're gonna meet doing your business out here.
Like, I just had the opportunity to get flown out and live in Utah with, like, in the groups that we're in, he's like the top climber guy. He's like, you can stay here. You got to stay. I couldn't go because I couldn't take Pablo with me. So I'm like, fuck.
That's your
But,
dog.
like, yeah, but like, I still had the opportunity to go and climb with, like, this dude's name is Treesus.
Oh, that's dope.
Treesus Bartleby.
That's it. Tree and Jesus.
Trees, yeah, he's like the tree Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude's a badass. Had the opportunity just because I knew him through connections. And I hit him up and I'm like, yo, what's this all about?
And you got a reputation.
Yeah. He was like, yo, I know you're doing your shit. Like, we need somebody to come work with us 4 days out of the week for the next 4 months.
And that's the main thing I'd touch on too, back to your question. Freedom, financial freedom to do whatever I want, but also financial freedom is key because when you don't have to worry about your fucking bills, you can pay them in advance. You don't got to worry about money in your fucking bank.
We ain't got to worry about asking off for a week to go to Miami.
Exactly. You can just do whatever the fuck you want, but also you don't want to let that freedom cloud your fucking vision to what got you that freedom. You know, when you start getting the rewards, you don't want to start slacking or nothing. When you start getting the momentum, that's for me personally, and I know for these guys, that makes me even more fired up.
Yeah,
I want to go
so
harder.
much-
I want to do more. I want to work harder, like get more jobs, talk to more people, not sit and chill. But also, I feel like people who do businesses aren't the people who just want to sit and chill anyway.
Yeah.
You know, they want to their mind is
They have to
racing.
do
They want to
something
figure shit
all the
out. They want to
time.
make shit happen. So that's something I'd say that it's freedom for me as well.
I would say freedom as well. And like I touched on earlier, I like the responsibility and I like the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I like knowing that, you know, my success is dependent upon me and not someone else.
Well, we all thrive in chaos.
Yeah. Like literally, and I've always been the type of I've always hated sitting around, dude. Like there was a time I was working 3 jobs. I was working at the mall in the morning, going to work at Outback in the evening, Outback Steakhouse, and then I was going to work at a gas station doing their inventory till 11 o'clock at night. Like it was nonstop. I've always been someone that I don't like sitting. And over time, when I was living with you, me and you both developed if we're not doing IPAs, you know, income producing activities, like we're not. We need to be constantly be doing something. If we're not, you know, out here making money, we were at least learning about something and how to make money.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like pressure creates diamonds, and I fully believe in that. You have to put yourself in. Sometimes you have to put your back up against the wall and like really, you know, fight, like force your way to really make something happen for yourself, and it builds you up, you know, at the same time.
It's that whole jump and build your airplane on the way down.
Yeah,
And it starts with people wanting to take responsibility. You want to have to take responsibility and take on more things you may not know you may be able to do or not.
Yeah.
Take risk.
And it's
know?
it's the easiest when you're young.
Oh yeah.
Because
Exactly.
if you're
So
30 years old,
so stop
you're not
waiting
going to
and
watch.
thinking about it.
You
Stuff
still
like this.
can. You still can.
You
like-
can, but a lot of people
harder.
at that age already have responsibilities.
They already have that
kids,
pattern
families,
of their
pattern
mindset.
of thinking
Yeah.
for 30 years and
Yeah.
stuff like. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, as the saying goes, unless the old dog wants to learn new tricks. But
And they're
take more
stubborn.
responsibility. You know. Do more work than what you're fucking paid for, because people will see the character that and the fucking traits that are within you, and you never know who's gonna walk up and say, "Dang man, I see you busting your ass. Why do you do this? You're not getting paid to do all this extra stuff." And they may want to give you an opportunity or something like that. You know
Or
what I'm
they
saying?
pay you more
or
just
they pay
because
you more money.
Yeah. Like there's been a couple customers will do something like just some little bullshit that takes an extra 30 minutes.
yeah.
And then they tip you a substantial amount.
And like,
just
dude,
because.
I've had people tip me all the time who are like, "Yeah, we tipped you this much money simply because y'all worked way harder than the
Yeah.
last company today."
Yeah.
Terrell and I did a job that took 20 minutes. I paid Terrell however much I was going to pay him for the minimum 2 hours that we had.
Mm-hmm.
We were only there for 20 fucking minutes, and the guy tipped $40. Literally, you know what I'm saying? Each. So it's like, just go out here, find opportunity, want opportunity. But we need to close up a little
Yeah,
bit. 'Cause we're getting pretty
you guys
far.
got any final thoughts? Just, you know, about anything we were talking
Just
about?
always hustle, guys. Don't ever limit yourselves. Don't ever put yourself in a box. Always think outside the box, because
This is the
at the
hustle
end of the
house.
day, if you are a young individual, a young male out here, you can do anything you want. It doesn't take much skill to start a business. Okay, yeah, it might be harder to do, like, what's something hard? Some business that's hard. But
Elon Musk shit.
like Elon Musk making a spaceship, that's hard, okay?
A spaceship that lands itself.
But like starting any type of business, guys, don't go work at fast food. Don't do that, because you're just limiting yourself.
And then you're going to start eating that shit.
yeah, you're gonna get free meals every
Product
day.
in your
Like,
environment. We talked about that.
But overall, like
Yeah.
for me personally, guys, we want to bring Philip and Bryant on just because not only are they inspirational and hustling, part of the hustle house, obviously, but they're young and they're getting it done. And everyone at this table has been in a situation that they did not like. So we all have decided to change that situation.
Exactly.
And it takes
And you know
fucking
why?
time.
It's also contributes. Sorry to cut you off, but
No, you're good.
the people that you guys are around, don't forget that, because I know some of you guys that are watching this, you're hanging around people that aren't on the same mindset as you. They're not about getting the money. They just, as soon as you guys get out of high school, you want to party and do all this drinking, getting drunk, doing all these crazy
And this
drugs.
is a 22-year-old talking to you guys.
Yeah, it's not. You guys will do that stuff for 5 some years, and you're gonna figure out that that's not
You
the
just wasted
way.
time.
You'll end up like everybody.
You're going to waste the years that really
I wasted
matter.
my time. I wasted 18 to 20. 23, I had my first big year, with what I was doing, making money, and that's when it really like, I can make money online.
You'll get that realization eventually.
Yeah,
but
or
try
you'll
and
see,
figure it out. Young.
Like, I know with us, one thing for me is like the few times that we go downtown. When I see the people that I went to high school with, and it's like,
bro, they're going downtown every weekend.
You're doing the same thing that you're doing 10 years ago.
Look at this. I wish I could show you guys my Snapchat. Well, you guys probably know this too. Every single weekend, I see like
The same
20 people.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going downtown every weekend, but I see on their Snapchat every single weekend they're just getting drunk. And it's probably even like some of these guys are even more than every weekend, like 3 times a week, just going downtown
Dude,
for no reason.
It's like, damn it, Betty. You were the hottest one in high school.
Yeah, now you're.
Now you look like the Michelin woman. What's going on?
Yeah.
Betty, you didn't want me in high school. Now you do, Betty.
Yeah.
Because they're going to do this.
Now I'm hot. They all on.
Yeah.
They're going to do the same thing for 5 years, and then you're going to look 5 years from now, you're going to be up, and they're just finally figuring this shit out.
And that's on them.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
But hey guys, we wanted to have Philip and Bryant on. I hope we guys inspired you.
Do you have a final thought?
We're gonna keep going
What
hard.
was-
Let him get a final
what
thought
was
real
your What was your question about the? Final
What's the
thoughts?
best part of? Yeah.
So as far as final thoughts on business and owning your own business, the one thing
Some motivation.
that you really have to touch on is self-discipline and the responsibility that it brings, along with,
Discipline equals freedom.
for me, it was
Jocko Willink.
confidence. For me, because like when I first started this business, I had a little bit of confidence, but there were also situations where I backed myself up into a wall, or I literally put myself in a position
To where you had to perform.
that I had to, or I would fucking die.
Exactly.
I would fucking die.
It's that point.
Pressure creates
And
dominance.
that pressure, it's like in that moment that I'm thinking, if I don't, I'm getting goosebumps saying this shit. If I don't perform
Excel.
this moment, if I don't excel and perform to the best of my abilities, I could die. And then when you complete that task and it fucking flows so smoothly,
It wasn't that bad.
no, it's like, holy fuck.
Let's do it again.
Look at this. Yeah. And then you keep doing it.
Yeah.
You keep doing it. Wash, rinse, and repeat.
And I have a final thought, just to touch on what Bryant said. And me and Cody talked about this on another podcast. Can't remember exactly what episode it was, but put yourself around people that have similar mindsets, because they will push you to do more. We were just
Hustlers.
talking about that earlier, earlier in the show, where like we'll come to each other with like things that accomplishments, and it pushes each other to do better, to do more. You know, money is numbers is one thing, but it's just like the act of out here getting it. Like all 3 of these guys motivate me to, you know, get out here and do more. And I'm sure like they all could say the same thing for everybody at this table.
Completely.
Like, so be around individuals that are out here getting it.
That show you it's possible.
Yeah,
to get
that
it.
show you it's
Exactly.
At
possible.
22, like
Yeah.
at 22, bro.
And listen
It's
to
like,
them.
That's
And
like you're the same age as Tanik, and that's like
Oh, Tanner's 22?
he just turned 22.
I thought he was an old man, bro.
I thought he was
Dude's
older.
built like he's 30.
he's just a corn-fed country boy.
I remember you telling me he was 22 that day. I was like, damn, bro, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
But I was like, dude, it's so good to see young people.
Yeah, excel. Like it's that type of shit gives me hope.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out here hustling. Don't get it wrong, but the majority of people
Are not.
on that same wavelength that are our age, or like from 22 to 28, whatever it may be. Like a lot of people aren't on that wavelength, so we're just trying to bring more awareness, simply because it will change your life, and not only your life, but everyone around you guys. And you're gonna thank yourself later for taking the risk and accepting that responsibility and trying to progress yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
guys. You gotta turn into a man at the end of the day. Men own a business. Little kids don't own a business. I'm not trying to shit on anyone who goes to college or has their own 9 to 5. An office job is nothing bad. But the guys that don't want to go to college, turn into a man and start your own business.
Don't
because-
always look for someone to lead you.
No.
Yeah,
Exactly.
lead yourself.
Yeah, don't depend on others.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's one thing I learned. And what, just to touch it on, final thought for me personally, that's one thing I learned. I used to always look to other people. What should I do? How should I do it? What direction should I go? And then I was like, fuck that shit. I'm tired of people letting me down and me setting expectations to get let down. I'm tired of if things don't go the way I want them to, I wasn't in the position to control how those things went. Fuck following.
Yeah,
I'm going to lead my fucking self.
You learned it was about you.
It's about
That's
me.
the only thing
Be
you can control.
selfish
Yep.
so you can be selfless. And that's what I will cap it off with. And if you want to do the outro.
Yeah,
that's all.
and guys, don't be afraid to put yourselves out here. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to fail. And when you're doing it, stretch your stuff. There's a time to be humble, and there's a time to, hey, like,
Put your chest out.
Yeah, put your chest out, and because that's going to attract people. Like, they're going to see that you're confident in what you're doing. You already have the results.
Yeah.
They're going to want to work with you. They're going to want to give you business. They're going to want to do business with you because they see that, hey, he's taking he or she, they're taking their business seriously. They're out here getting results. They're producing. They're holding themselves accountable, and they're just making it happen. But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up with that. We appreciate everyone that has been watching us so far. If you guys like the content, subscribe to the channel, like the video, go check out a bunch of our other videos as well. I want to say thank you to Philip Divers and Bryant for being on the podcast today, as well as Cody. I mean, you guys already know how we do it. But follow us. We are on Instagram, Hustle House 24/7/365. Follow us on TikTok. And yeah, that's it for me, man.
Yep. Have a great day, everyone.
And wait, one more thing. Shout out where they can follow you for your business and
yeah.
personals.
Oh yeah, so Full Send Moving on Facebook page, and if you want to follow my personal, it's Bryant Morales BMX on Instagram. You can follow me on there.
Right.
You can text me, message me if you have any questions.
So Instagram is monkeys_tree service, or monkeys_tree_service. All my contact information's on there. My personal is on there too, I think. I'll just plug my business, but it's Monkeys Tree Service LLC on Facebook.
I'm popping it up right here as well.
Yeah, so they'll have all the information. Facebook, Philip Michael Divers, if y'all really want to find me and ask more questions.
Yeah.
And guys, go out here and get it. And as you guys know, this has been another episode of Hustle House 24/7. I need y'all to say 365
Oh, I was
for
about
that
to.
camera.
365.
Yes, sir. Let's
Peace
get it.
out.
All right, have a good day, guys.
Where do you want it? On the right side. Against the boxes?